You've seen them, right? All over YouTube, all over TikTok. These crazy claims that you can make some serious cash just by, watching videos online. It sounds way, way too good to be true. So we decided to put it to the test.
So, the big question is any of this real? Can you actually pull in a decent income from your couch just by hitting the play button? Well, we're about to find out. And here it is, the magic number you see everywhere, $100 a day. I mean, that's an incredibly tempting promise. But is it for real, or is it just a myth to get you to click? Let's dig in.
All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at that big promise. Then we'll put 3 types of apps to the test. We've got one that felt like a total bait and switch, a couple of data trackers, and one that offers these teeny tiny tasks. And then we'll give you the final verdict.
Okay, first things first, let's tackle the promise itself. We're getting our hands dirty to see if these viral claims actually hold any water at all. So our method was pretty simple. We downloaded and tested 4 of the most popular apps that you see promoted everywhere for this kind of thing. We really wanted to see for ourselves if any of them actually pay up. First one on the chopping block is an app I saw mentioned absolutely everywhere, FreeCash.com. And I gotta be honest, on the surface, this one looked legit. I was actually pretty excited to try it. I mean, look at this. Right on their homepage, they hit you with these huge numbers. The average user apparently made almost $40 in a single day, and they've paid out over $50 million total. With stats like that, you can see why it feels so real. And you won't believe this, after signing up and trying it out, boom, $10 right there in my account. I was thinking, no way, it actually works. I was ready to start cashing out. But, well, there was a catch. Yeah, here's the thing. That $10, it had absolutely nothing to do with watching videos. I earned it by downloading and testing a mobile game. The app was really all about pushing games and surveys. The whole watch videos part was nowhere to be found. And believe me, I tried. I kept coming back to the app day after day thinking maybe I had to unlock the video offers or something. But nothing. Not a single one ever showed up. So it seems like, yeah, you can make a little money on FreeCash, but not by watching videos. It's a classic bait and switch.
Okay, next up, we're looking at 2 platforms that work a bit differently. We've got Swash, which is a browser extension, and Brave, which is a whole web browser. Both of them promise rewards for your online activity.
So on one hand, you have Swash making this incredible claim. Earn up to $120 just for watching YouTube. And on the other, Brave has a more general promise of earning some crypto just by browsing the web like you normally do. So I installed the Swash extension, I turned on all the settings, and I used it for 4 straight days. I watched YouTube, I surfed the web, I did everything through it. And my grand total at the end? A big fat 0. Nothing. And you know what's even worse than getting $0? It's what they get in return. You are the product. Swash collects a shocking amount of your personal data. We're talking everything from your search history, your social media activity, your browsing habits, and get this, even your audio. For me, that is a hard pass.
All right, now let's check in on the Brave browser. I'd actually been using this one on and off for a little while, and as you can see, there are some earnings here. Over time, I'd managed to rack up a grand total of 60 cents. Hey, it's not 0, but it's not exactly going to change your life.
But here's the real kicker. That 60 cents, that was earned after almost an entire year of using it. When you break it down, that's just a few cents a month. For that tiny amount, it's just not worth it compared to a normal browser like Chrome. Okay, on to our final test. This is a platform called Jump Task. And this one got me excited because finally we found an app that straight up offered tasks to get paid for watching videos. This looked like the real deal. But the process was just wild. I mean, you don't just watch a video. Oh no, you have to go to YouTube, search a very specific phrase, scroll to find a very specific thumbnail, click on it, watch the entire video, no skipping allowed, and then you have to go back to their site to type in a secret hashtag to prove you did it all. It's nuts. And after all of that ridiculous, tedious work, what was the glorious reward? Are you ready for this? 1 single penny. That's it. 1 cent for a task that could easily take you several minutes to complete. And you know, beyond the insulting pay, there's a much bigger problem here. This whole setup is designed to create fake views and game YouTube's algorithm. It is explicitly against YouTube's terms of service. As someone who makes content, this just feels so wrong and unethical. And for a penny, it's absolutely not worth it. So after putting all 4 of these popular platforms through the ringer, it's time to bring it all home and deliver the final verdict on this whole get paid to watch videos thing.
Let's just break it down one last time. FreeCash was a bait and switch that had us playing games. Swash took our data and gave us $0. Brave paid out a pathetic 60 cents for an entire year, and Jump Task paid us 1 penny for a sketchy, rule-breaking task. Not a great look.
So the takeaway here is pretty clear. The promise of making $100 a day, or really any serious money at all, just by watching videos through these apps, it's a total myth. Your time is worth so much more than the pennies these platforms are offering, if they offer anything at all.
And really, that brings us to the most important question, doesn't it? If these apps are a dead end and a waste of time, what's a more productive way you could be spending your time and effort to actually earn some real money online? Definitely something worth thinking about.